We're back with you answering your questions about how the 211 hotline can help you. Heather Black is the 211 statewide director. We're getting several texts here, all dealing with a lot of the same things. So I'm going to kind of like mush it all together. The question pretty much is, can you provide help with landlord situations? And I know that this is a couple part answer.
Yeah, this is a difficult time, I know, for a lot of people because technically the moratorium on evictions is set to expire this Sunday night. But I think it's really important to remember that the eviction is a process. It's not like your landlord can just kick you out. And I know that that's easy to say from sitting here, but understand that you do have legal rights. You can always call law enforcement if you feel like you're being unfairly treated. And you can also reach out to organizations like Legal Aid, and you can call 211 to get those numbers because you do have rights and protections. I also want to assure people that there are some financial assistance programs happening right now. Community action agencies around the state have been granted some money and they are working to put processes in place. You can call 211. I can tell you right now that those dollars aren't rolling out the door right yet, but I think they will start to roll out in the next week or two. And I know that those are going to be tough weeks for people, but just know that there's a lot of people working hard to get money out the door to you because we understand how urgent it is.
The story I think that we did just the other day when Department of Health and Human Services said we're getting money from the federal government, we're getting it out to different agencies in every single county to help with rent and bills and things like that. And there is an application process and you do have to go through each county. There's a different agency in each county handling it.
That is my understanding as well, and I think that's what's still being decided. But yes, it will start at the community action agencies and then trickle down. But that's what's still being determined, is getting all those agreements in place with the agencies, because we are talking about millions of dollars. But the good thing is we're talking about millions of dollars to get into the hands of North Carolinians who need that financial help.
Right, and we did that story, I think it was late last week, and so what I'll do is I'll kind of re-up it so that you'll be able to find it on the website really easily and see that there's extra money that is out there to help pay rent and bills. Okay, let's go back to our text questions. This person is asking, can you offer any help with EBT cards?
Yeah, I know there have been some great benefits added, some additional benefits. There is the EBT call center, which is 866-719-0141. So that really is where you need to go if you're having trouble activating a card, if you're having trouble getting the funds on your card. We do have some information in our 211 database about some things we've learned around how you activate those cards with birth dates and things like that. So if you're having trouble with that, call us at 211 and your call specialist can access that information and work with you together to see if they can help you get that figured out.
All right,
but also call the EBT call center.
Gotcha. So the EBT call center, but also 211, because there was a whole thing of parents getting extra food stamp nutrition benefits for their children over the summer.
Correct. It's a pandemic EBT benefit. So it's actually extra money, which is a great thing right now. But I know that it's as with anything, when you roll out something new, sometimes there's just some complications.
And so a follow-up to that is a text that says, how can I get extra food stamps for the school kids that get reduced lunch or free lunch? And the start, they don't have to apply. They should be getting that automatically.
Yeah, if you already receive EBT benefits and you have children who receive free and reduced school lunch, you should have automatically received that additional pandemic EBT benefit. If you did not, then you do need to call the EBT office, or you could call your local DSS office. But if you didn't have both of those, EBT and free and reduced lunch, then you would need to apply for whichever program you weren't already in, and you might still be able to get that additional benefit.
And can they call 211 and find out where they need to apply, what the email address is, that kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, give us a call.
So someone is asking, do you have a process for folks to volunteer or work from home?
So we do have remote workers at 211. It's obviously, it's not an easy job at 211, as I'm sure you can imagine by all these questions, because they're on phones answering these questions every day. But if you, there's on our website, www.nc211.org, there's a way to contact us. So if you're really interested in joining our team, we'd love to hear from you.
You can help answer some of those 50,000 calls, right?
Exactly.
Right. Someone is asking, how much time do I have to get my sticker for my car if the license plate office is closed? And I know that they have changed that, and that is on the DMV website.
It is on the DMV website, and I think we have that in our data set as well. But yeah, I know that there have been changes, and I believe it's been extended pretty far out. I think there's been a lot of leeway given on that.
Someone's asking, do you know yet what changes will happen if we make it into phase 3?
I'm not going to even try that one. That's a tough question. We'll let Governor Cooper take care of that question. I think we'll hear from him and Secretary Cohen and Director Sprayberry very soon.
But when that happens, do you just have the executive order there, like in bullet points, so that when people call and they have a question about it, you're able to answer them?
Yeah. We actually have a really strong relationship with the state. We're part of the state emergency response team. So we sometimes get a little heads up, not a big heads up, but we also have a little time to put it into talking points and make sure our staff has time to familiarize themselves with it and kind of put it into layman's terms so that we can all understand it. So we have a great collaboration with them, and they are really good at making sure we have the right information.
All right, and we are looking, of course, for him to make some kind of statement on June 26th, which is Monday, to see what's going to happen with the phases or possibly what's happening with masks. And so 211 will probably be busy much of the early of next week. Yes.
Next week's going to be busy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise. Before we wrap up this question time, one more reminder that when you have a coronavirus question, you don't call 911 about it. You call 211. That's correct. You call 211. It works no matter where you are in the state, and it is a free call.